So here we have the Station IX number 12 Undercover. This knife runs $80 with $10 shipping to your door. I learned about this from another YouTube knife channel. Very popular right now. It's a brand new knife that just kind of came out, and it's got a lot of attention in the knife community. And I had to pick it up and put it in my hands and test it out myself and look at it. So we have a trailing point blade here. It means it curves up, kind of like a skinning knife. We have a nice sharpening choil here. Generous, very generous. You can get many, many sharpens out of that before you have to add to the choil. The handle is very basic. You have nice holes through the tang. Bolt-on scales so you can remove these scales. Stonewash blade. Serrations are on one side only. They're not on both. So when you look at the knife from the other side, you don't see the same contours that you see on that side. You have a very nice point to the knife. Very even grinds on both sides, I think. Very, very sharp. Probably one of the sharpest knives I've seen come out of the box. The edge is almost polished. I know some people wouldn't say that's a polished edge, but it's very, very sharp. You can just see the light shine off it. I love the stonewash on it. I like the jimping up here. The jimping is really comfortable. If you feel the sides of the jimping, it is a little sharp. The top of the jimping is not sharp, but if you were to slide your finger down the edge of this too many times, you would notice. You wouldn't be cut, but you would, your skin would be, I wouldn't say sore, but you know what I mean. It's a little grippy. But these serrations are extremely sharp, if you can see those. Feels very nice in hand. It fills out your hand really nice. This fills in the palm real, real nice. You put this in your hand, nobody's getting it out. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to get that out of your hand. Little bird beak. This gives for extra toughness when it comes to it coming out of your hands. I like that. I think it feels very good in hand. Overall, we have obviously your cutting edge is larger than I'm going to tell you now because it's a curved cutting edge, but your blade length, let's just say your cutting edge is about 4 inches. Right there, a little bit more than 4 inches. Blade to handle is going to be about 4 1/8. Right there. The handle length is very comfortable in my opinion. I got some pretty big hands. 4 5/8 about handle length there. And I think a 4.5-inch handle is really comfortable for most people. Anything over that is very generous. So you can see I got plenty of extra here in my hand, and I got fairly large hands. I know there's plenty of guys that got larger hands, but even with larger hands, this would still fit really nice. It's not a small handle. This is designed to be a survival knife, you know, a combat type of knife, and you know, you don't want too much blade, a handle, and you don't want too little. This is just right. This is what you want. They did a very nice job on this. I would say overall, give them a 10. Let's really get this light on here. Let's really focus on this handle. So this is kind of grippy. Definitely, it feels like what you see there. They did a nice job rounding over the handle. Nothing is sharp on the handle. The scales are even on both sides. There's also a stone wash on the handle metal, making it less reflective. Overall, I give this knife a 10. It's got kind of a similar shape to the Civivi Storm Ridge as far as doing like almost like a triangle here, and I found that I really like that shape. Let me grab that knife real quick. So the Civivi Storm Ridge is one of my favorite blades as well, and it has a similar hump here. You can see that. And so this has also a hump. You can kind of see that, and I really like that. Really gives you a comfortable place to put your thumb and your hand, prevents you from slipping off. I give this knife a 10. I would definitely carry this knife in a self-defense situation if I was gonna walk down the streets alone at night, something like that, for sure. Very comfortable in hand, very lightweight, very strong, very thick. You know, this is a thick spine here. This is not a thin blade stock. It does thin out obviously as it gets to the tip here, but not a weak blade at all. There we go. Very, very pokey. Probably one of the sharpest tips out of the box I've seen. So this is station 9 or station IX. Comes with this patch, become harder to kill. The cat, Velcro on the back. Stick it to your backpack or whatever you want to do. Here's the sheath. Let's take a look at the sheath. One suggestion I would have to this company that a lot of really picky knife guys like is a very minimal sheath. I'm sure they did this for a reason. It actually fits in a pocket nice and would hang off of a backpack or something nice. It does not come with a clip. Very actually thick Kydex though, but it does have a lot of extra material over here that could have been minimized. Then you could put a nice Alti clip on there. Fits in the sheath very nice. And I think even with it in the sheath all the way, you can still get a nice purchase on that blade. When you push it out, your finger's right where it needs to be. And the sheath feels a little tight, but that's good. You don't want it moving around. It does not move at all. Me personally, I would probably trim some of that extra sheath off so it follows the contour of the knife a little better, because I think its retention is right here and right here. So you don't need this extra material. I'd get rid of that just so your hand can get right in there where it needs to be. They could have gave you a little bit better thumb ramp, but you know what? There's the knife makes up for everything. This knife is excellent. If you don't like the sheath, put some more of your own rivets in here and round this thing off. Real simple. Take a little sandpaper and just make this thing how you want it, and it's a perfect sheath. Overall, guys, this new company is knocking it out of the park. For 80 bucks, you you can't go wrong with this knife. If you're looking for a really good knife, I picked this one up. I actually picked up 2 of these. Here's my second one, because I knew it was going to be a nice knife. And they're both the same quality. I compared both of them together, so their quality control is really, really nice. One is not better than the other. They're both done exactly the same. Overall, again, I give this knife a 10, guys. For 80 bucks, you can't go wrong. And, you know, I didn't mention what kind of steel this is in, and I can't remember. So, guys, you'll have to go look it up and find that out. But you won't be disappointed with this blade. I hope this helps you guys. Thank you.